What's up, YouTube? What's up, Rumble? What's up to all the internet viewers? Max Dolluz, vlog number 18. Check it out. We're going to talk about First Amendment auditors. One of my new favorite pastimes is watching these guys go into government buildings, post office, courthouse, or just right out on the street, making sure police don't abuse their authority. And there is a lot of abusing authority. Yeah! What is it about putting that badge on that makes cops such assholes, man? Police have to hate cameras. Cameras are fucking everywhere. Cops can't get away with shit nowadays. Shout out to all my favorite auditors: Press NH Now, Impact Media, Amagansett Press, Lizard Media, Audit the Audit, We the People University. These channels are so fucking great. I can't get enough of this shit. There's a certain amount of, not even a certain amount, there's a lot of entitlement out there. People feel like they just deserve and demand this courtesy and respect and all that shit. I've never seen so many regular ass people just completely come unglued when things don't go their way, and that's what makes it great. I especially like the the more upper middle class, upper class neighborhoods where they're dealing with people who probably normally have things going pretty smooth, everything goes their way. They have a certain amount of, people who they have authority over. Maybe they own businesses, and usually they're the boss. What they say goes. And so when they run into these auditors, they don't even know what to do because they're so used to people just doing whatever they say and being the top dog and shit. It's fucking great, man. Nothing makes me happier than people being fucking humbled. And that's really what it comes down to me is, it forces humility amongst egomaniacs. And they can't do shit about it except whine and bitch and try to get their way as usual. Try to have things go their way. You see people assaulting these cameramen. I saw one the other day. People were throwing fucking rocks and boulders. And these auditors, some of them take a little bit too much heat. They can legitimate, if you throw a boulder at somebody, that's fucking assault with a deadly weapon, possibly attempted murder. I know that's what they'd be fucking tacking on. They'd be tacking those charges onto me for sure. If I throw a fucking rock at somebody, I don't even want to know what the courts would do to me. It'd be fucking ridiculous, though. So I appreciate all of these motherfuckers out there doing what they're doing. Even if it's just to, take a nice little Pleasantville and fucking mix things up a little bit and remind people that they're nobody. Everybody needs to get the memo that they're a fucking nobody. They don't matter. If they weren't here, everything would go on just fine without them. I don't care what they own or what their status is or whatever. You hear a lot of shit like, I'm just trying to take care of my family. Just trying to provide for my family, which is shit. A lot of people use that, but anybody who knows anything knows everybody's about status. And I'd love to see, I wish there was a way to calculate the percentage of motivation that motivates people to gain status and money and success versus them doing everything for their families. I would say most dudes, it's about 95% for status and about 5% for actually providing. I wish there was a way to calculate that, because I call bullshit. I call bullshit on everybody. Everybody's drives and motivations are pretty similar. Everybody wants to have that place in life where people respect them, people appreciate them, people need something from them, so then their fucking ego can get boosted and they can have a little of authority. I don't think it has anything to fucking do with providing, other than the image to the rest of the world that, hey, look how good I can provide. Look what I can do for my people because I have all this success and this status. I think that's way more of a motivation than actually being able to provide, is to have the image of being able to provide. You ever notice how in these government buildings or any kind of like government job, it's usually a lot of women and old people or old women, and they always have the shittiest attitudes. They always have this shitty, egotistical entitlement air to them. Air. I don't think that's the right word. Aura. How about that? Because people usually like listen to them or fucking think they have some sort of like power over them. And it'll just be like a fucking secretary or just like some fucking human resources person or whatever. And nobody ever gives them any shit, because they're just like tied into the system, and they know that cops will always have their back. I'm at a fucking picnic area in the middle of the fucking mountains, and there's already been 2 people that have pulled up. That shit is so annoying. I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere. God damn it. We just had an election. Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States. They're calling it the biggest comeback ever, because he was president and then he wasn't, and now he is again. Talking about egos, I voted for whoever the fuck was running for Libertarian Party. I don't even know who the fuck it was, but I know I wasn't voting for Kamala or fucking Donald Trump. I lean mostly Republican, but I would never want to be a part of the party. I don't even know why I have so many conservative views, but it usually has everything to do with money, though. I don't give a fuck about like any policy that's has a driving force behind it that has to do with religion. I love it when people who usually have things go their way not go their way. There's just something in me that, like, maybe it's because a lot of things don't go my fucking way, or maybe I'm just a dick, but I like to see when people have nice, smooth lives not so smooth. and just to see how they react. And with the fucking First Amendment auditing, you can really see how people actually are, you know. When they have a little bit of resistance, especially the police, man. The police get away with a lot of shit. What do you think the percentage of... You ever had, like, a cop walk up to you for no reason and tell you to take your hands out of your pockets for officer safety? So unless you're being detained or something, unless you're being detained or suspected of a crime, you don't have to fucking listen to anything that police say. But they get away with a lot of shit. I wonder what the percentage would be if a police officer came up and said, you don't have to take your hands out of your pockets, but would you mind for officer safety? Instead of just saying, take your hands out of your pockets. How many people do you think would take their hands out of their pockets if out of the gate they said you have a legal right to keep your hands in your pockets, but can you do me a favor? They never position shit like that. Or like, if you're a passenger in a car and you get pulled over, you don't have to ID. I wonder what the percentage of people that would, if the cop came up to the car and said, hey, you don't have to ID, but would you mind IDing so I know who I'm talking to? How many percentage of people would show them an ID?
So you get nothing.
My guess is not a lot. But cops now, like, they won't, like, let you know your fucking rights, you know what I mean? It's, like, up to you to fucking, like, know what they can and can't do. They take advantage of a lot of shit like that. You know? They can come up and put fucking hands on you, but if you, like, accidentally brush up against you, they charge you with assault on a police officer. It's fucking crazy. I seen a fucking video the other day where this cop had his foot inside somebody's front door. No warrant. No nothing. They're just like they were doing like a wellness check, or fucking somebody made a phone call about something, but like that cop didn't have his fucking right to have his foot in somebody's door. But he had it there. So in case you close the door on his fucking foot, now he's got you for assault on a police officer. Now he can come in. And it's just little shit like that. It's like, that's bullshit. I get fucking pissed off watching these videos, man. I really do. And as far as people, like the community's relationships with law enforcement are so fucked up, but like police bring it on themselves a lot. Fucked up ass attitudes. You know, pretty much violating people's rights all the time. Just because people don't know the law, so they just tell them whatever. They have all these fucking bullshit threats like, oh, you're obstructing because you're asking them a question, or you're giving them any resistance at all, and you're automatically like delaying an officer or impeding on a fucking investigation or obstructing. And I feel like the only way to change this shit around is for more people to be willing to get cuffed and go to jail for some bullshit, and then just fucking suing and like all that. But nobody wants to go to jail. I don't want to go to fucking jail. I will, but I don't want to. And if I don't want to, I know that fucking 95 fucking % of people aren't willing to go to jail just over some bullshit. Short video, short vlog. Shit's still the same with me. Still fucking unemployed. In the fucking mountains. It's about to be fucking winter. It's already fucking freezing up here. Still sober. Smoking cigarettes again. My girlfriend's cool as fuck. Things ain't that bad. Max Dolluz, Vlog.18. Auditors, keep doing your thing. I fucking love it. I can't get enough. I'm sure there's some good police out there. I just don't see very many of them. Alright, I'm out of here.